Hello and welcome back to DROD. Today we are going to be starting Beethro's Teacher, which is a Smitemaster Selection. I'm going to be talking about difficulty in DROD for the next couple of minutes, so there will be a timestamp if you want to skip this part. So Beethro's Teacher, you can see here, difficulty 9.0. As far as I know, this is, well, as in fact, this is the hardest rated Smitemaster Selection in all of DROD. Now, my impression from the community, which could be just me making this up, but I believe Complex is actually the hardest. But difficulty is subjective. So you can see here, this one, 8.4 difficulty. I have actually played Complex. Beethro's Teacher will be completely blind, by the way. I think I saw like the first couple of minutes of an LP of it and then stopped. When I realized that it had voice acting and was a Smitemaster Selection. So yeah, I have no idea what I'm getting into here. This is Journey to Rooted Hold Era 2.0. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was the idea of difficulty inflation, which is something that I think has happened over time. This, Complex City Beneath DROD 3, has a lower difficulty, but is probably harder. And this is definitely a thing that's happened over the years. Like if we go and look at Treacle Stew, difficulty 7.4. That seems about right to me. I think that seems like a fair difficulty for this. And then if we look at Perfection, 8.3. Honestly, I feel like these are fairly similar in terms of difficulty. So I am very curious to see if this is actually going to be the hardest Smitemaster Selection or not. I'm expecting it not to be as difficult as Complex, but I've heard that this is very difficult, so we will see. Another thing about difficulty that could make this a bit nebulous is people within the community don't really have any idea as to what a particular difficulty value really means. Like there's no concrete definition, like what is a 5-brain hold, what is an 8-brain hold. We even did a contest a while back, the Take 5 contest, where the goal of the contest was to make a hold that was 5 brains in difficulty, and then part of the judging criteria for that contest was other people would rate the difficulty of your hold along with the quality of it. And of, I believe it was about 12 entries, only 4 of them actually landed within the 4.5 to 5.5 difficulty range, based on the votes. So our impressions of difficulties all over the place. It's also subjective as to what stuff people will find difficult. Which, like, in that particular contest, my entry was at risk of getting above 5.5 and being disqualified from the final check at the end for which hold was going to win. And yet, one of the people that did a playthrough of it and recorded themselves doing the playthrough thought that my hold was too easy and was surprised that it was even given a 5 brain in the first place and thought it would be more like a 4. So, but like I was on the cusp of getting up to 6, according to the community vote. So, it is all subjective. Anyway. The High Path. I guess Eric was involved with this, not just Doom. Eric, the original creator of DROD, I'm assuming this is Eric Hermanson. Beethro had walked the High Path for several months. He couldn't be blamed for talking to himself when there was nobody else around for company.
5 months walking this old road. No point going back the way I came.
And in fact, I cannot go back the way I came. Okay.
Pit to my left, pit to my right.
Yeah, this is, pretty boring.
And the same road ahead of me. That's all there is.
You can see how extended delving expeditions could make someone go a little loopy in the head.
Could go back to the Perfectionist complex. At least I'd have someone to talk to.
Yeah, canonically, this hold takes place in between Perfection and City Beneath, I think. I'm trying to think if there's anything that's in between this hold and City Beneath. I think it might just be Perfection, Beethro's Teacher, and then City Beneath. Although Complex uses City Beneath elements, but is canonically before City Beneath. I don't know. The chronology of DROD's a little bit messy as well.
No. It'd take me another 5 months to walk back, and Rooted Hold could be just around the corner.
Woohoo! I got a high score for that. Well, I got a score for that. It wasn't very high.
Not that I've seen many corners around here.
Okay, Beethro. You found a Wraithwing at least. That was something.
It's just gonna go on like this forever.
Oh.
A side passage? First one I've seen on this path. And now, I wait. Okay, maybe this wasn't a genius idea.
I was curious if there's going to be dialogue for that.
A side passage? First one I've seen on this path. Well, back to the long, boring, always the same road. But wait, I see something. Somebody.
Yeah, I do not think that there's going to be a secret coming out here. I mean, that would be kind of funny if we did come out here at some point, but 11, we're getting up there. Yeah, I'm not expecting a whole lot from the high path itself. Hey, a thing to do.
What's this? Another surfacer out for Netherly jaunt?
Are you with the Empire? The DAA?
You don't recognize me? What parts are you from?
I live in Dugandy.
It's unsurprising you not heard of me then. The Dugandites are a bit shoggy off to bed.
Huh?
Oh, you know, led out by their thumbs. Pusty on the headwarts. Shook hard and buried blue.
What?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you'll be delighted to learn that I am, in fact, Denfrey of Fulse. You've not heard of the greatest dungeon exterminator in all of Afelna?
No.
Well, now you've done better than heard of him. You have met him, my friend.
Say, I happen to be a dungeon exterminator myself.
Really? Oh, now I understand why you're here. You have sought me out.
No, not at all.
Don't be embarrassed. Clearly you seek a mentorship. And there's no shame in that. I will consider it.
You got the wrong...
I accept. You'll be my pupil and protege.
Now hold on.
No questions. Your training begins now, young student.
I'm 52 years old.
Hush, fledgling. Open the door.
Canonical age for Beethro. I didn't realize he was that old. Although, how old do people in this world even live anyway? We're not exactly human. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess we are, but there are questions. Okay, always gotta check. So, Denfrey of Fulse. Wasn't there a CD cover art of a guy? I just assumed that was him, but then he's just got a generic guard portrait.
Follow me. Do not be afraid.
Well, I guess we found our teacher.
That guy is nuts.
Careful steps, my lad. A fall from this height would be fatal.
Oh, really?
Wait! The road narrows, and great care must be taken.
Let me pass, Gubbit.
Ho ho ho! It's best if you watch me cross first.
Carsons. Okay, we'll wait. Okay, bumping the pit doesn't get a response.
Well done.
I can't take this.
Yeah, this is something.
You show great promise. I shall give you a name.
My name is Beethro.
Just playing that line, okay.
I shall call you Little Fierce One.
Oh, no way. No fracking way.
Behold, ahead looms an edifice of fantastic size.
Wow. I can just barely make it out. You're right. It's huge.
Come, Little Fierce One. We venture forth.
Maybe that's Rooted Hold up ahead.
Ha! Oh, you Dugandites.
They got a little guard post set up here.
See what the scroll in that room says.
The scroll in the room says that you're gonna lock me in the room, doesn't it?
Was going to anyway. What?
I wasn't made to fashion the whims of empire. South I will go. There begins my new life, Jobus. Jobus was in the Perfectionist complex, I believe.
Flaming Fagundo. He moves twice as fast as the roaches.
Yeah, these are character roaches. Because we're not having cutscenes here, so it's actually just every time I wait.
It's safe now. You can come on through.
How could he be that fast? Unbelievable.
I am Denfrey of Fulse. What place is this?
It is Nankept Eminent, and you are not welcome.
Myself and my servant go where we please.
I think that was also a replayed line. Okay, Noventance. 20 times. Okay, we broke it. Broke the limit.
Follow with courage, Little Fierce One.
This is the only way I can go.
Indeed. First level. Okay, so that was by Eric, and from here on out, we're doing it by Doom/Henry. Beethro had wished for companionship, but Denfrey wasn't what he had in mind. He was extremely curious about Denfrey's marvelous speed in combat. Perhaps by keeping near this annoying new acquaintance, a secret would be revealed.
Come now, why do you lag behind?
The secret will be revealed in the city beneath, I believe. Razaran Archipelago? Or Pirate Hideout, that was the one. Okay, that looks like the same text as before.
Come now, why do you lag behind? I will let you choose our path. Fear not, Smitling. Whatever challenge awaits, I will be there to help you.
Alright. Clearly we should go for the furthest path. Seems like a sensible spot to start. Alright, we found the blue door. That didn't take long. Before we make any moves and Denfrey comes in and starts talking, let's analyze the room. I'm just assuming he's gonna enter the room in a few turns. Maybe he won't. Alright, you are on an arrow, you are stuck, as expected. This is a spot to put a mimic. There are no trapdoor gates, so I don't have to worry about... Well, there's an orb on a trapdoor, so that wouldn't work very well anyway. Then here we have a Roach Queen, and if the Roach Queen gets a roach past the Force Arrows, we're probably in trouble because... Okay. Well... trying to see what I'm even looking at here. We have a mimic. We can place the mimic wherever. What is the mimic's first task? First task is to hit this orb so that we can hit this. Okay. Let's just assume that we don't need to do anything with the Roach Queen at all before we get to that. Okay, we got the Roach Queen in before she spawned any roaches. So why does this not work? I'm assuming that I need the Roach Queen to block Mimic movement. Yeah, let's open the door first before we get the potion. So, if I do this, the problem is I get stuck on the force arrow. If we put the mimic in this section, we're forced to go all the way up before we can go down. So I think what we actually want to do here okay, this is going to be a little bit trickier than I thought. Okay, so what I was thinking was if there was a roach on one of these force arrows, we could use it to block movement going up, right? Because we got the roach here and the mimic here. We can go up as much as we want, turn around, stab the roach, move down, move diagonally, and we are now yes, because as soon as we get the mimic on the arrow where the Roach Queen is, then we're good. So we need to put roaches on these arrows. The part about this that's tricky is not having our first mimic get stuck up here, but still hitting this, and then getting down to this level before anything goes wrong. So I think let's go down like that. Okay, we'll kill. Get rid of. Oh, this isn't gonna work because I mean I can do that to slide, but this doesn't open until I hit this. Okay. Can already see the difficulty seeping in. This is a fairly simple set of mechanisms, and then you just have to somehow find a way to make it work. So if we hit that, the problem is that we don't have anybody in here to stop the roaches from spawning. So I don't think this is going to work. But let's do this with perfect efficiency and just see what happens. That's... well, okay. Perfect efficiency doesn't matter because I need to wait until she spawns. Then I'm able to hit that and then go south, and I'm not fast enough. That's what I thought. And once okay, so that's the first problem. The second problem is that even if I go down here, the Roach Queen can't spawn anything else. And I actually need a regular roach to come down here. Because I need a roach on this arrow. We will never get a roach queen on this arrow. Alright. What if... Well, if I open that first, that doesn't help me. Trying to see... That's just getting out. There's a blue door here, but it's a required room, so I have to complete the room before solving it, before the blue door will go down. And even if the blue door was down, I don't think this space down here helps me in any way. So we'll reject that line of thinking entirely. Oh boy. So what else can be done? Because the problem here is the impossibility between hitting this orb, which means that the Mimic is no longer able to interact with this space, and hitting this orb. Okay, I think I've got it. I think I've got it. I don't like this facing. Okay, nope. This is still not going to work. So, as a Let's Player, I guess I should be trying to explain my thoughts better. I thought it was just going to work, so I was just going to show you what I was thinking, because sometimes that's easier than explaining it in words. But it's not going to work, so I guess I should actually spell it out. So the idea was, I block these two spots, so I just have a roach here. Kill the roach queen while the egg is here. Then I have Mimic and Sword. Beethro is over here. That gets the roach to step onto the arrow. And I think that's still correct. However, we now have a leverage issue. So I'm going to have to do this over several spawn cycles where I'm continually... Yeah, doing stuff like that to get a gap between us. Probably I'm going to need to do that one more time. Alright. That gets me where I wanted to be. Okay. Let's do it this way. Okay, we got the roach. We got the orb. Yeah, not too bad, all things considered. Assuming that I've won. That's an arrow that it can't go on. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is it. Right. This is fine. This is not fine. Is this a toggle? No. Hold on. I have to step down again. Okay. I'll take the one turn high score hit. And move onward. Okay, well that was certainly a first impression, so... Yeah, this is going to be difficult, but it's going to be a good kind of difficult, I think, because everything here was incredibly simple. The presentation was very clean. you knew what you were dealing with, and then it was just a matter of taking these weird pieces and trying to fit them together in a way that actually gets to a solution. Plus, this has the benefit, in a way, of being a Journey to Rooted Hold era hold, which means that there are not a lot of elements that the architect had relative to something made in the Second Sky, or even worse, something using custom elements. So having a reduced subset of elements to work with can make things a lot more focused in a way, too. So yeah, that's good. Alright. Is this just a horde room? Also, our buddy didn't show up to explain how to teach anything. So he's a liar. What a bad teacher. Alright, so what's actually going on here? We have... you are not a timer. Okay. At least not yet. What... You become a timer once we hit the orb. Okay, that makes sense. And then you're going to spawn roaches, and I have 15, 16 spawn cycles to completely clear everything before getting in here. Okay, so this is a horde room with a timer. I guess there's only one way to see how that's going to play out, which is to just jump in and start doing things. Oh, hello.
After hitting the orb by that roach queen, be efficient. Do you know why?
Yeah,
Because without efficiency, you'll not clear all the roaches in the end.
I know.
Okay, well, I did the analysis before he told me about the analysis, which is why I stalled at the beginning of this room. So now it just remains to be seen how difficult is the horde room going to be. And actually that's an interesting thing to go back to the Take 5 contest. There was a level by Bomber 50, I think, called Hordes. And people thought it was a troll entry because it was so difficult. But Bomber, and I fully believe, his word on this, genuinely thought it was a 5-brain entry. And so horde puzzles are one of those things where it's really hard to judge difficulty. Alright, so if I hit this immediately, that seems bad. Because I'm only gaining... it took me basically a full spawn cycle to get up to the orb. So if I do that, I get 1 turn of movement. So you can see where I am when stuff starts spawning. But I get a roach on the timer. So if I wait a turn... By waiting 1 turn, I feel like that's deliberate. By waiting 1 turn, I managed to save myself an entire spawn cycle, because a Roach Queen does not spawn in the space that she leaves. Alright. This is just gonna get worse. So is it more efficient to go back and forth, or to go down and then up? I'm going to go top to bottom, and if it doesn't work, I'll try a different approach. I was not able to use that rock to cover. Okay. Yeah, this is where things are going to start getting messy. Not super happy with that. We're only spawning 4, 8, 12, 16 per cycle though. So as long as I'm killing 2 roaches per 2 turns, or 1 roach per turn. Oh wait, no, we've got all of this. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Kind of, but really it's 7. that are getting out. Okay, maybe if I stand here and clean this up before going south. Okay, I got in. So, yeah, see, this is filling up. This is potentially worth going into before dealing with these. This is kind of bad because now I've split these, so I'm getting 6 instead of 4. There's a lot of stuff going on in this room that's making it harder. Interesting. I don't know how demanding it's ultimately going to be. Unfortunately, I didn't go far enough south to knock that one roach up. There we go. So do I want to go here or here? I feel like this might be faster, but maybe not. The thing is, going over here just splits these. Like, I get those 4, which I'm not having to deal with right now. I think we're making progress. It's just a matter of... Okay, yeah, like, as long as I don't go too far north, which I'm gonna do... So I guess never mind. As long as I avoided that row. Okay. Yeah, I am out of time. I don't think I was nearly efficient enough here, but this is just the first trial run. Just to see what is being demanded of me. I've got 4 more cycles. There's no way. Okay. There is no way. Let's start over.
After hitting the orb by that rope...
Okay, we wait 1 turn, hit the orb. Okay, well, first of all... Darn it. I thought I'd be able to get in there, but... Okay, if I just keep going south right from the start. The thing is, this is what's so hard, is dealing with all these roaches that get built up. Yeah, I don't like that. What if... I start with the middle? Which isn't super intuitive, but that gets me around this issue, and it gives me a little bit of time as these are building up. Of course now, because I'm not fast enough, I have that issue. Okay. What if... now that I've done this side, I go back up. But better than that. Okay, let's just get you two. I don't know. Okay. I can start with my sword at this angle. That saves me a turn. Come on, roaches. Man, everything is just not going well. So if we're doing this again... like, that's pretty good. Problem is making faster progress going down. I wonder if these obstacles can help with that. I do think this is probably makes more sense, because if I'm trying to go for this one, I'm not likely to be in this column, which means that these 4 roaches are going to be coming out, and I'm going to have to deal with all of these at once. Whereas, dealing with this one here, these 4 roaches are never going to move, which reduces the number of spawns I have to deal with. So I think the first thing I was trying was actually the correct thing, and I just needed to be faster. Which I am not doing. Okay, that might have been better than going into the alcove, going back into this room and then turning my sword a bunch of times. Maybe. But the problem here... Like, is this faster than what I was doing before? Okay, well, I'm inside. I think we want to go across again, because we've already cleared out most of the roaches there. Okay, here's a good spot. Okay, we cleared it out. Move north to deal with that. I still have 5 more spawn cycles. They're going fast. Maybe we want to be on the other side again, because I'm not going to be able to break through. Yeah, okay. So based on the analysis we did the other time, trying to break into here gets me 11 per cycle, going over here only gets me 7. So let's just... okay, we trapped 3 of them. Okay. That was nice. Unfortunately, I think I'm too slow because I still have way too much to do. Okay, my last spawn. There is no way. I need to be a full spawn cycle faster than this. Or 2. Yeah. Okay, so what stage of this? I think this is a type of puzzle that you don't see a whole lot in modern DROD. So how can I possibly do this faster? Well, I thought that the start here was pretty good. because I can take out those pretty quickly. This is not good if I go down that far. So I do have to... Thing is, I waste so many turns at this stage because there's this awkward gap, and then I've got the one roach on my flank, so I have to back up again. And then there's nothing in range, so I have to... Well, I can do that, I guess. I'm kind of just going to be doing the same thing over and over here until I get something that works. I wonder if that rock can be used in a meaningful way. No, didn't get in, and I'm still just doing this over and over. Maybe the problem is I'm going down too fast, and if I just did this instead... Okay. Let's stop trying to go down so far so quickly. Let's just wait here. Like, it feels inefficient. It feels inefficient. See, now I want to do this again, but I'm not going to get there in time. Can't do that. I know I just said I wasn't going to do this again, and then I did. Oh, that's not a good pattern. There we go, that was better. Thing is... Am I even making progress with that? So I'm clearing out a couple of roaches each time. Yeah. No, because there are 3 here now. That's like, if I don't just go for it now... Like, that's pretty good. Problem is, I'm 1 turn short of being able to go south. Actually, maybe 2 turns. And even then, I just get penned in anyway. Oh. I guess we're doing this again. Yeah, and that's why you don't want to be doing. You don't want to be in there. How did so many roaches get in here? Okay. I think that's pretty good. So we'll reset to this point if I have to reset again. We're just gonna go across. There are a few stragglers, but that's fine. I am now having to deal with the entirety of that bottom chamber at once, which isn't ideal, and in fact means I'm dealing with just as many roaches as I was dealing with previously in the other chamber. However, if I can just get those out. Yeah, having them all stuck on that rock massively helped. Okay, that rock might have been the key to everything. Because I feel like now, yeah, now that I'm down here, well, no, we still want to be doing this first. Yeah, look at that. And we didn't chase that queen up. So I think this is the same setup I was at earlier, but with 2 cycles to spare. Okay. That's pretty tight.
Despite your poor attitude, you heeded my advice well.
I'm just not gonna talk to you.
Yes, it is better to listen.
Alright, we are done. 2 rooms in an hour, and a bunch of prologue stuff. Alright, well, 32nd place. I am actually curious. I don't normally do this, but since I do not have... I'm not going to be starting another room. I might peek into another room, but I'm not going to start it. But I am curious. How fast can you do this? So I did it in 600 moves. Okay. You can get significantly faster. This is the sort of thing... I'm actually just going to watch the first place demo. For linchpin puzzles, I think it's kind of bad form to do that, especially if you're going to be... I don't know. It's weird to say. Like, watching the top demo to try to... Like, if you're trying to copy the demo, it's a bad thing. But as far as just learning tactics in general...
After hitting the orb by that roach queen, Be efficient. Do you know why?
I don't think I can cancel this.
Because without
It's like
efficiency, you'll not clear all the roaches in the end.
But
No, I know.
for horde rooms like this, I guess slight spoiler for some of the level. Looks like we have hot tiles. No, we don't. Those are going to be trapdoors. Hot tiles didn't exist yet. Yeah, for rooms like this, for horde rooms, I do like watching demos of people that have really good tactics. So yeah, waited a turn. So let's just see if there's any brilliant thing I could have done, or if it's just a matter of moving more efficiently. Okay. I mean, minimizing your movements is always good. And you're able to get in there on this cycle. Okay, yeah, that is huge. So it's just a matter of... yeah, move up a little bit more to drag out more roaches. Also, at the time that this demo was recorded, Unlimited Undo didn't exist, so keep that in mind. Okay, so it looks like my routing was correct. Which, I mean, for a room like this, it's kind of weird to say, but like there is a correct route for the horde room. It wasn't obvious at the beginning, but as I played the room, it just felt like there were certain things I had to do in a certain order. And so, yeah, much better timing on that, not having to deal with another whole spawn. Leave that last road, sure. Look at that. Time to spare.
Despite your poor attitude, you heeded my advice well.
Alright, well done, michthro. Just going to delete that demo in case I ever... for whatever reason, in case I ever export everything. I don't like having other people's demos. I don't know if it would do that automatically or not. But I will stick to exporting my own demos in the event that, for whatever reason, I decide to export my demos on this thing, which probably isn't going to happen. Alright, so... oh no. Force error nonsense next time. I will see you then.